So today we're installing airbags on Thomas's car on this pretty sweet anime, or I don't know what anime build, semi build.
I'd say it's like a weeb otaku build, pretty much.
I mean, there's more inside too. Anyways, first time doing airbags. Let's see how it goes. We already got to bust out the wood since he's so low. Yeah. That's how you lift up Stan's car. You can just, you can move the whole thing.
One day we'll get it jacked up.
One day. It's only been like 30 minutes later. Well, you know.
Hey, well, we got it.
We got it. Just
No,
gotta go
oh
the
God. Oh my goodness, this is so much easier. Oh, now it's level every
Yeah, and it's damn, just a little bit more. Damn. There you go.
Doesn't help being scrawny and weak. It is. Good thing I don't ever torque anything to spec.
You know.
That was actually really easy to take out.
Oh, you didn't even need the hex, or do you?
I'm thinking it's not hitting the rust yet, because part of it's a nylock.
No.
I'm thinking I'm just going to reuse these ones, because it came with new ones. But I mean, I already have these ones. So I think I'll just send the new ones with the coils when I sell them, just to be nice.
Like, we haven't even thought about that.
Rough mock.
Yeah, rough mock-up. Not.
So, I mean,
fuck.
in theory, I could use the foam, and I think it would hold. And then I could just screw it through the foam piece.
What?
Run the air lines through that bung, through the lug nut holes
No.
of the spare tire.
No.
No, that'd be a terrible idea, because that'd be horrible every time I gotta take it out.
And then you gotta disconnect your airlines, and then it's
All four airlines. I'd have to jack up the car every time I need to take the spare tire out.
technically they are quick connect fittings on there. You just shove it in. But nah.
That's too much.
Nah, it's too much.
Where did this come from? Oh, I tore that.
Yeah, you just
I just
tore it.
looked at that. I was like, what is this?
Oh my
Wow.
God.
I'm a thinker.
Thinker, doer,
Alright, so
go-getter.
this is the holy grail.
Oh damn.
Nudes.
Send
We got
nudes.
nudes.
Alright, so where you want to start from the back and go forward? I mean, first we gotta install the bags. First things first.
So the things that should be done first is put the bags in.
And then the airlines.
The lines for the bags on the bags, because they come with their own lines.
Oh, they do.
They come with braided steel lines, so that way you can, because they'll be moving a lot. Because
So,
they move the
so
most.
what are these for then?
These
That's
are for just running around the body and the interior.
Oh,
Because
okay.
these ones are like just airlines, but then they have braided steel airlines, which are for like almost in the same spot that the brake lines are going.
Mm-hmm.
So they put braided steel ones that way they don't mess up.
Oh, okay. Now let's
So much
let's
stuff.
see the sauce. See the sauce? Oh yeah.
Front ones.
Kind of like coils, but they're like
Yeah,
more
yeah.
legitly packaged. Oh shit! You even get.
Comes with this
You
stuff.
want
Yeah.
these?
You get the extra adjustable end links, but
Okay.
I'm probably just gonna use the same ones.
I mean, might as well throw them in.
And then
Oh, so these are the
more
ones.
fittings. And this
Oh.
one spanner I need.
So these fittings go on there,
Yeah.
and then you run the lines off of there.
Yeah, and then the other fitting goes. Clickbait title.
There,
I blammed my BRZ.
blind mode.
And then you
Blammo.
this is the air out or something.
What?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's.
Yeah, like they use this to adjust essentially where it'll air out max to. But yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
I
we need that
guess.
Allen again. We got negative. We got a negative shit right now. We gotta
Just
do that
all the
right.
way.
Yeah, we gotta do that right now. I ain't. Oh wait, which side is this? We'll do it once it's in.
Okay, cool.
So, can I use one of those other ones?
All right, now I'm recording this time. So, trying to install this brake line. Oh shit!
no, it's not big
Oh
enough.
damn, it's not big enough. Man,
It's going all the way through.
how big is that bit? Why don't we just shove the brake line or the line in? Shove it in.
Oh, it's too small for even that though.
No.
Damn, that's really sharp. Why did that just go? It's like I don't have anyone that's close to me that also has one, so it's like it kind of sucks.
All right. So this is the progress so far. All right. So for any of you that don't know, that you're supposed to technically notch your frame. Not notching, but there's existing holes, little grommets that you're just supposed to poke out, and from that hole you actually make it wider for the airline to go through. So yeah, basically we just ruined this car. There's no turning back on this one. It's been ruined. Yep. Alright. Now Mr. Allah showed up. He just looked, I think, black. But so what we had to do for the front is that we had to drill a hole. In the frame to run the airline smoothly. Could have gone under, but this lip's like in the way. We put Gorilla Tape on there just to see if it'll rub through over time, because the hole's kind of sharp. We're kind of worried that this might, burst. So why not put some tape just to keep it on check it out for a couple of days and all that. But we ran it through the frame right there, and same with this side. But the problem is on this side that you're so close to the brake lines that you can probably just penetrate it. So yeah, be careful on that. We finally got the rears in. The rears are pretty easy. They're just straight up like coilovers. You just 2 bolts there, 1 bolt down there, pop pop. But Thomas's car is a little bit more difficult than others.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
All right. Well, yeah.
Talking me through that, it's easy.
Yeah.
I think it'd be easiest to run this up through there.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why I saw your trunk open. So I was like, okay, we can just leave this part of the cable just kind of here, and then just
it's easier to pull this through my.
No, but that has to go in the back, or are you gonna pull it through the back?
So I start with this in there, push all this through there into here.
Oh yeah, then go.
I feel like that'd be easier than running all that through that hole.
Yeah.
I don't it's not, and I don't know how much.
All right.
The extra's the other problem.
So since you just saw that, you probably like, what are they talking about? So this is the wiring for the airlift suspension. Basically, to not make it look so intimidating, you just lay it out and then look at the manual. Look at the manual. Your controller's right there. The USB to the controller, and then the input from the controller to the actual thing. This is your wire for your ignition switch power. You can either do out of fuse or the fuse holder and go to I don't know, that other fuse thing to make it look cleaner. I don't know what we're doing yet there, but we'll think about it. Exactly, we're just figuring it out as we go. Power to battery and your negative to battery. Inline fuse holder to the positive of the battery. This one's your secondary compressor signal wire, relay. But since we're only running one compressor, we don't have to worry about this wire, so that gets eliminated. There's a bunch of little floor wires that kind of go everywhere, and that's for the height sensors, but he didn't get the height sensors with this. As you can see, it's optional on here, but yeah, that's fine. This wire goes to the compressor, power and ground, and then the final plug that actually goes to the for the actual system. So it's not very hard. It looks pretty straightforward. All you have to do is really just crimp. There we go. Oh, it's spliced too. But yeah, the airlines are what's going to give us a little bit of time too. But yeah, we've been on this for 3 hours now. 3 hours, so yeah, he says too long, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Just tedious.
It's just, you gotta just do it.
You just gotta do it.
Just do it.
Alrighty guys, so we managed to snake the wiring loom behind a little hole. Right, I don't know if you can see it, it's a little hole under this plastic piece. It goes in the bottom of the rear seats. And now, Thomas managed to lift this little trim panel up, just kind of slightly lift it up. And we have the USB running towards the center console. The whole wiring loom's just gonna run on the side here. And I don't know, do you know what hole we're supposed to, go through there?
Firewall.
But like,
we're gonna figure it out.
I guess. All right.
Yeah. I don't remember.
All right. Update number 5. I don't know, but here's an update. We got the tank with all the fittings done. We managed to run. Where's the light? You know where the light is?
I got a blue one.
There's a little light over here. Cool. Alright, there we go. Ooh, there we go. Much better. Well, actually, I have garage lights, but they take a little bit to turn on. Lol. But so far, we managed to run the whole wiring through the car. We snaked it in between the back seats, all the way going inside the interior, and on the Riley Sport Direct website. Let's see. I don't know. They don't want to work today, I guess. Yeah, awesome. On the Riley Sport Direct website, it talks about how, let me see, there we go, how there's this little grommet right here. That little grommet where the light's pointing more white at. That they recommend going through there, but we saw it and it's behind the blower motor, and we don't want to remove all that just to get some wires going. So what we did is we followed the engine harness. Oh, there's a light. But we followed the engine harness going up through here. There's the ground, there's the power, and within the power, right there, we have an inline fuse going that's already provided by the whole airlift system. We have a, what is it, a sheriff fuse? Yeah, right there in the fuse box. If you're wondering where it's at, let's see. If you're looking at the fuse box right here, it's the bottom one down here. And also with these sheriff fuses, you're supposed to look at what fuse goes where. And we're pretty sure the 3 amp fuse goes on top and the 7.5 goes on the bottom, because he's had experience putting these sheriff fuses in, and that's how he did it. But other than that, now we just gotta wire up the compressor. Man, that's a fancy gauge. Is that a digital gauge? Or what is
filter?
It? Oh, that's a filter? Oh, I don't know. It looked like a gauge from here. Alright, but yeah, we're getting stuff's going in, and I guess the last thing is going to be like the actual airlines themselves. Yeah, parts are going on the car. Alright, well, we'll be right back. I don't know, whenever. I'm just kind of updating little by little, and then at the end I'll just do an overall summary of what you have to do to install an airlift suspension kit. Alright people, we're on the final stretch here. I don't know if you can hear that, but the compressor's on. Right now we're trying to figure out what to do, because the management system finally says, you can kind of see it, system not calibrated. It's sitting at 135 psi. Just dropped down to psi. Whoa, that was awful. But yeah, we finally managed to run all the airlines, front, rear, back. A little tip when you're running those airlines is make sure you try to double check what you're doing, you know, and then you know, your tank setup won't turn out like this, you know, wires everywhere. But either way, oh, and make sure that your fuses are fully seated, because we weren't getting power at all, and I'm like, huh? Like what? Like, oh yeah. But yeah, this little inline fuse wasn't fully seated, so it wasn't causing it to actually turn on and get power. But yeah, we're just kind of waiting for the compressor. It's all airing up and all that. But yeah, we've been at this for like 8 hours, and hopefully it's worth it. It looks worth it. We're just reading. We'll come back to you with another update. Alrighty, so so we're all done with the bag setup. We got it working. It works, goes up and down, does all its things. Okay, but now to recap for any of you that want to do this, why this plastic bag is here, because the added fuse that goes with the airlift system, it doesn't work with your stock little cover, so we just added this paper bag just to protect all the other fuses. They'll probably be fine on their own, but just to protect them. We routed the wiring through the engine harness and just kind of went along the side of the car, underneath the, what are they? Like
under the floor and the seats.
Yeah, all that. Wired it up, positive, negative, all that. So the one major thing you really have to do is you have to cut a hole basically in your frame for the airline to go perfectly through. You saw that in a previous clip, and it's not a big deal. It's just worrying about where the brake lines are and all that. But for up front, that's pretty much it. Then the wiring on the inside, once you have it run along the side of the car back there, all you have to do is just split off the wires. So your controller management, all that sits right in the center. And what else was it? Oh, your ignition wire and your positive and negative just go up front. So that's all you have to do for the interior. Then the actual like sauce back here, the actual sauce, your tank setup, get all the fittings in, your compressor, hook that up, and all that. The way you see it right now, this is all temporary, just because we're, I don't know, it's so late, it's cold. You probably want to go home, enjoy a bag setup. But yeah, all this airline will get fixed here in the future, and yeah, that's basically it. I mean, when you're running your airlines, what tips would you give?
Don't. It's better to have too much than too little. Don't be, and probably measure twice, cut once, instead of measure once, cut twice. That's what I'd recommend.
Yeah, and then also plan out where you want your setup, really, because last minute you kind of wanted to flip the tank over and mount the actual tank on the roof or, you know, the top of the trunk, and it would look better. It would give them a more trunk space and all that. And yeah, basically, like, you want to give a demonstration of showing it up and down?
I gotta start it.
Oh yeah. All right. RIP headphone users. We're gonna stand up here. That's his like max height. I mean, how's it feel?
It's weird going up and down, but it's dope.
It's dope. I mean, yeah. Alright guys, hopefully this kind of helps you with your install. Really didn't film that much. You know, try to get it all done. In total, we spent around like 10 hours probably doing this. We started at like 10-ish, and then what time is it? It's almost 8. Like 10 in the morning till 8. So not 10 hours, but yeah. Oh no. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you get the gist. But yeah. Thanks for watching guys. Like, share, and subscribe, and catch you in the next one. Peace.